G-mayne.
Gang, 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 gang.
What's good, man? Welcome to Uncensored Wisdom.
Oh, we in this thing? Look, I ain't know we was rolling. What's
Yeah.
up, baby? How you doing, man? Uncensored Wisdom, what to do, baby?
Man, what's good? What's good? Now, I've been seeing you online for a while, you know. Well, I seen the Blessthabelly stuff.
Blessthabelly, for sure.
Right. And then I had seen you work with my boy Spidey a few times. I was like, oh, okay, I seen him with the Blessthabelly.
Yeah.
It just kept on overlapping.
Right.
And then obviously we got in contact online. You said you see the Rocky Banks joint.
Right, for sure. Shout out to my boy Rocky Banks, Mo City, man. Keep doing what you're doing, boy.
And now we here.
Yeah.
Now, all the stuff you got going on online is very interesting. I would like to know more about your upbringing and where you from and how'd you get to this point.
Right. Okay. Well, bro, a lot of people that have been following my journey know, like, I started with music. You know what I'm saying? I came back in the Gap. I was doing music, talent shows. That was my first love for show, and I still do music currently. But then I got into clothes, man. I got into video work, entrepreneurship, radio. I mean, you name it. I was just always getting my hands dirty. So I think me just leveling up, people have followed that and, also enjoyed the journey as much as I have, because you never know with me. With the scene, man, I just pop up with different stuff and we make it happen,
Yeah. So music was first.
Music was first, bro.
So what was you doing? You was rapping out the gate? That's the first thing?
Out the gate. Because when I was young, bro, my mom was real. My dad said he was a DJ, but what's crazy, I saw his DJ equipment, but never see him DJ a day in my life. Fun fact. My mom was like, she wasn't a singer, but she always used to sing melodies, lullabies when I was a baby. I got video footage of that. So I got into music young, music period, just the sound. And then once I was able to go to my cousin's house on the north side, shout out to Fresh Out the Pot, they introduced me to the whole sound of music. Like, they were in the living room making beats, sampling, using actual keyboards and stuff, not beat pads. I'm like, man, these guys are my actual cousins, And so I got into it, bro. I used to ask them, like, show me how to make music. And I used to be upset because I was really like, bro, I wanted them to physically show me how to make music. They were like, everything that you need is in the living room, go figure it out. So the fact that I went to go in the living room and figure it out is what I think led me to where I'm at, because still to this day, I've always had my own studio from, like, I'm talking about 6th grade up until now. I've had my own home studio every single day of my life because of that. And I've learned how to mix. I've learned how to do all type of skips and beats and hops and stuff like that just because of them boys. So shout out to them. And that, ever since then, music was just, what's up? I knew how to freestyle. My favorite rap was Lil Flip coming up. I knew how to make a hit. I knew to have fun with it. So, that type of stuff, bro.
Right. Okay. That's what's up. So the music led you to this point. So you got in there and you started learning how to do this stuff on your own.
Real talk.
It's not easy as people think.
It's not easy, but I had the personality for it. I had the charisma. I'm one of them kind of guys, if you just know me and you know me personally, even outside the music, I know how to move, I know how to talk. So it wouldn't be far-fetched for me to put words together, vocally for music. It was just a matter of time for, like, certain stuff to hit. Like, I had fun with it, man. In middle school was when I really probably, like I say, popped off. I learned everything 6th grade. By 7th grade, I made a song called JMS Riders. I'm shouting out my whole middle school. Viral on MySpace. Before the word viral even came out, viral. 8th grade year, I graduated and I made a song called I'ma Miss Y'all. And I shouted out everybody name and stuff too. So in middle school, 7th and 8th grade, I was this big rapper and I didn't have no deal, no nothing. And so going into high school, it just was even more turned up. Just all through high school, I was making anthems. A few of my friends passed away. Rest in peace, Tyree. Made a song about her. It probably got 20,000 something views on YouTube. Just a doggone a graphic. There's no video to it, like, because at that time, it wasn't really iTunes and all that, so people would gravitate to YouTube. And, bro, I was making a lot of music. And ending that came my senior year in high school, bro. We graduated to a song I wrote. Like, it's mind-blowing because when I think about it now, I went up against Taylor Swift. I went up against DJ Khaled or something. They had a whole bunch of different options. And there was one cheerleader, shout out to Krista. She stuck her neck out and was like, man, I think, G should write a song. And my teacher was like, what? She was like the head of the department and everything. She's like, what? But they knew me for making music, so it wasn't far-fetched once again. She's like, make a song. She's like, you got 24 hours to respond. You know what I'm saying? No cursing, no none of that. Once again, a blessing to have a studio at the crib. I went home, boom, wrote the song, spit it. The next day she had a final product. The teacher was like, to this day, man, my whole high school class of 2011, graduated to a song I wrote across the stage on every speaker in the stadium. So it's bigger than that. To me, it's like it's been destined, but those moments are like the best moments ever too. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You got some hunger.
Man.
You got some hunger.
You gotta be hungry, bro. That's what's gonna set you apart. I think that's what sets me apart. Is like people know, oh yeah, this guy right here. You can tell by the way I talk, the way I walk, the way I'm active, the way I'm involved. Like, hey, bro, gotta be hungry. I'll tell anybody that's watching this, get your eat up. Get hungry, man, for real.
Bless the belly.
Bless the belly, for real.
So paint the picture for me. So now you done graduate, you out of high school. What's the
Right.
plan?
Out of high school, didn't have a plan. It's funny because running with the wrong crowd at the time, you know, it was me and some of my boys. I love them to death still to this day, even though we don't talk. I was just really like trying to see what I want to do, man. And my parents, of course, were like, go to college, go to college. I'm like, man, all right, but what college? TSU and Prairie View at the time had open enrollment. I was interested in Sam Houston because I thought it would be kind of foreign, a little different. But PV is where I ended up. So shout out to PV because it's HBCU. I'm glad I actually went that route. And so I went to PV, man. I got in some trouble while I was at PV. Freshman year, I'm talking about lost every scholarship. And that's another side about me people might not know because you see me and of course I'm calm, cool, collect, but I've done some mafia style business, you know, and it's just like, you know, the past is the past. But caught up to me at a certain point, lost all my scholarships and stuff freshman year coming out the gate. And so it was hard, bro, but at Prairie View was when I really picked up that camera harder and was like, man, my teacher knew my situation. He was like, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna let you hold this camera to the end of the year. I'm not even supposed to do this. You're supposed to rent this out for a week. But he's like, I'll let you do it to the end of the year or whatnot. And that camera saved my life, bro. I was able to book stuff. I did weddings. I was just hitting people up who need pictures. Made some money while I was in college. And that's history, bro. After that, you know, I tightened up. And from there, it was just like, bet. Ended up doing communications in college, leaving there. And here I run into the radio, 97.9. They saw me, bro. They had to see me, you know.
Right, it was impossible not to see you.
It was impossible. They used to come to PV all the time. And I used to walk up to them. The power of manifestation, though, y'all, is so real because you can make anything. Like, it's already there. Everything is already there. You know how to say it's already written. Things that are already there, you just have to reach for them. You know, sometimes we reach low, not thinking high of ourselves, but when you reach high, hey, it's already there. And, you know, with something like the radio station, let's just say when the radio came to my school, I used to walk up to them and be like, I'm gonna work for y'all. Like, I was saying it like it was nothing. And other people used to be like,
you speaking it into existence?
I was just speaking it to existence right then and there. I was just like, I could work for y'all, man. What are y'all doing that I can't do? I'm just talking mess, but it was a playful, cool networking style way of doing it. And man, I'm talking about I graduated in May, brother. May, yeah. June, July, August. I was working for the radio in 3 months. Like unheard of. Like, another fun fact, I didn't even have an application in, I think, when I got hired. It was just so lit the way I was involved. It was like, oh yeah, don't forget to fill out an application. By the time I was almost hired, because it was just like, I made myself known. Yeah. And there's a gem I want to throw out there too. It's super small, but it's big. Just side note. I wore a suit to 97.9 the day that I went up there and tried to actually get them to see me, you know. So when I went to the office, I wore a suit. Now, a good friend of mine, a while ago, we went to the BET Awards. I wore a T-shirt. I was finna walk outside like a cholo or something. We was chilling. He told me to put on a suit. The power of your presence is everything, but how you dress and how you look is like, that's it. Because I realized that kind of got me in the door as well. I know that my talent is amazing. I know, you know, I might be a good-looking guy, a well-spoken guy, but your presence is everything, y'all. So, you know what I'm saying? Being able to dress nice, smell nice, greet people the right way can actually get you in more doors than you'll ever believe, you know what I'm saying? So I got to shout out to that too, you know?
Facts. So 97.9 is in play.
Yep.
And at this point, where do you see yourself going in life? At that point in your life, you're like, okay, cool, I'm gonna be at the radio station.
Right.
Or you seeing beyond that?
Nah, because I take it one step at a time. We dream big, but at the same time, I'm like, all right, bro, if I'm finna start working for the radio, I'm finna be the biggest radio person. And me coming in there with that personality was a gift and a curse because you had people that are feeding their families off this, right? That have been there for years, that are doing that. Me coming in as a young guy acting like, you know, the Michael Jordan of the game. Hey, man, I'm young, I'm ready. They're like, hold on now. So it took a while for me to actually get what I wanted, which was my own platform. I just wanted to be on the radio talking to the peers of Houston. Like I talking to all my people. Hey, what's up, y'all? We in H-Town, what's up, da-da-da. And it didn't happen the way I wanted it to. So as the years went on, mind you, I worked for the radio station for 4.5 years or whatever, maybe 5 up until COVID, something like that. I was young, 22 up until like 27, so yeah. Man, and it was just mind-blowing because the more that they pushed me away from the radios, the more I kind of was like, let me build my own platform. And what do you know? Blessthabelly, bro. I just literally was like, and I'm so creative, bro. I can sit in any, like I could be at Starbucks and come up with a whole nother coffee shop that'll top theirs just because I'm that creative and I just think of ways around stuff. So when everybody was coming to the radio, bro, you know, of course they asking, what's your next single? They're asking artists, what are you doing next? Like, what city are you in? That's not the main reason, but that was a part of the reason I was like, some of this stuff is getting repetitive. They want some new excitement. I already took pictures, I told you that, so I would have a camera roll full of like food photos, all type of photos. Then I'll backdoor and have I'm greedy, I'm skinny, but I like to eat, I call it skinny fat. And so all that is what kind of made it a combination of, dang, I should start my own platform, and what if I did it with food and entertainment? You know what I'm saying? And so here we are. And I was still working at 979 when I came up with that. Then it ended up blowing up, like right before COVID, it got to the point where people was walking up to me at 97.9 like, hey, you the food dude, can I take a picture? So it was taken away from the radio. That's how I knew my social media presence was getting bigger. I was killing it on the platform every day. Consistency. And then by the time COVID hit, it was a wrap, bro. I mean, I was just Blessthabelly down, everything. And you know, content as well too, because people needed graphics, people needed video work, people needed all that. So I was booked and busy. But Blessthabelly, I helped a lot of restaurants survive because, hey, what we gonna do? Like, hey, we still open, you know, tell them we got to go. We'll pay you whatever. And some restaurants, I didn't even have them pay me. I boosted them and I just got my reward back from God, you know? So it's love.
Okay. So when you start, let's stay on Blessthabelly for a second. So
Okay.
the brand Blessthabelly, overall, what does that mean and what does it mean to you?
I'm glad you asked. So it originated, bro, from me actually, like I said, outside of me wanting my own platform, I was gonna come up with something, right? But I came up with a clothing line before, I came up with a video company. So something along the lines of food, I had, what was it, a bad reaction to fast food. That's what it was. Had a stomach problem, man. Who would have thought the guy with the stomach problem would have a damn food show? That's really was crazy when I think about it.
That's how irony worked.
Like what? So I'm talking about for like a few months or maybe a year or so, I had a stomach issue. I had to get colonoscopies and stuff. I ain't too proud to say that. Like it was bad, but it came out nothing. Every test result was like, nothing's wrong. So they're like, bro, what's wrong with this guy? I had a very acidic stomach. And so long story short, I ended up having eating fast food and it messed me up. I ain't gonna say the spot, because then I feel like a lot of people are gravitating to not going. But just fast food, period, you know, some of that stuff is like not the best stuff. Man, ever since that, I told my friend, hey, bro, we not going to eat. We going to Blessthabelly. Hey, let's go eat. Let's go. What's going to eat? That could be fast food. We going to Blessthabelly. They knew what that meant. They knew that meant it had to be some good food. So that catchphrase, the more I said it, the more I was like, Blessthabelly. Oh, I like that, Blessthabelly. Oh, what if I just made this what I've been talking about? The platform to be like, psh, and then just do food entertainment. But what kind of entertainment? Like, take pictures of food? What if I interview people over food? Like, oh, that'd be tight to like promote some of these restaurants. Like, it's just, you know, nonstop. But I'm like that, bro. I actually had a shoe idea that I think would still be mind-blowing. I ain't gonna say on camera, just in case somebody wants to steal it for free. But I love shoes too. I worked in shoes 5 years before. While I was in college, that's what I was doing, working at a shoe job, high school and college. So that's all I know is shoes too. I'm a shoe head. And so, yeah, bro, that's what happened. That's what's crazy, really. But,
Right.
yeah.
So what was the first restaurant that you did?
The first restaurant that I reviewed on camera, where I was like, let's go ahead and run this, I think was Midwest Coney. You know, they're from the Midwest. They came down here. They had a food truck not too far from where I stayed. Went to them, told them what was going on. And people don't know this, but I charge too. I don't charge to fake the funk though. The food has to be good, but I do charge because what actually ended up happening was I went to a photo shoot one day with some guys at a restaurant. And while I was there, I just went live on my Instagram and I was just messing around. I was eating like a Philly cheesesteak playing. People got so involved. It literally, like it went from like, I think that's what it was. The next day, the owner called me and was like, hey, how can I get you to come back out here? We had 20 people lined up. I'm like, 20 people lined up for what? I don't know what you did, right? And I'm like, I went live. One of my good friends was like, bro, you better charge. And so now I don't even charge that much, but you're gonna get your money back in a day or two, I promise you. Just as the Blessthabelly effect is real. I'm selling people out. Like, just imagine, I posted one of these spots on the north side, let's just say about a month ago maybe, at 11 a.m. He called me, I kid you not, I promise you, right hand to the man, I won't lie, this is on camera right now. Maybe 7 or 8 p.m. and was like, bruh, I can't sell nothing else. We don't have anything else to sell. Like, I don't know what you did, but come on with it. And you know, and that's a blessing, bro, because I'm like, sometimes I sit back and question, I know I got influence, you know, everybody's an influencer nowadays, but I'm like, damn, I sold you, why? That's some big dog stuff to just jump in the food world and start selling people out. A lot of people can't do that. So yeah, man, it just became that. Now it's a way, bro. Blessthabelly, you know what it is. Like, you know, that's on everything. Everybody eats, you know, on all type of stuff. And I just want to keep catering the fun stuff around it, having challenges, doing interviews, doing the jingles. Everybody know me for rapping about food. Hilarious. Like, I got songs that are like hits too, just about food. Millions of streams, millions of views, hashtags, 8 million impressions by my, you know, shout out to everybody that's supporting too, because I can't just do everything by myself. But when it comes to the content back end and the setting up and the sending out the emails and doing it, him, for sure.
So, since you said that, when did this entrepreneurial bug bite you? At what age and at what time?
Oh, I always like being in control in a way. So I think entrepreneur would be like, oh, you know what? Probably when it came to like surviving. Because when you say entrepreneur, let's just say this, like in high school, I had a clothing line. Mm-hmm. That was me going around asking women, different people, like, hey, if I, you know, made some shirts, and my clothing line's called OK Bet. As you can see, I got on right now. And I had a lot of flack for this hand symbol because people represented for a lot of different things. But when I was in high school, it's OK Bet, like, oh, OK Bet. And the purpose of that was like see and agree. When you tell somebody, oh, OK Bet, it's like for sure, like I'm rocking with it. And so in high school, me and some of my boys, we called ourselves the OK Bet Boys, and we repped OK Bet to the fullest. And I'm talking about, I was 18 years old in Houston, popular, famous, you know, around the city. And so I've always kind of kept up the momentum and everything, but OK Bet came from me like rapping about it, having fun with it, and then asking people, should I do it? I made 120 t-shirts after I asked that girl that day and was like, should I do it? She's like, just do it, we'll wear it. I made 120 shirts, probably sold out in a week maybe, probably 3 days. And I was like, oh, it's a movement. And I knew from there, I was like, I could sell, you know what I'm saying? I could talk, I could do this. So I think that's when it like super sparked. Like I'm not just doing music no more, I'm doing clothes. But even in high school, before I did the clothes, like I did the clothes in high school maybe junior year, maybe. I sold CDs to my peers, my own CDs. Dang, you got me reminiscing over here. My own CDs to my peers freshman and sophomore year of me rapping, burning CDs. But in middle school, me and my biggest brother used to literally burn CDs and sell them to people. So I'm going back even that far. Like I'm talking about 3 for $5. I mean, what you want? We got 2 CDs for $5. We got 3 for $10. I'm talking about Jagged Edge. What you want? Right. We got, you feel me? That type of stuff. And I was the guy at school, 7th grade. All right, bet. Boom, you got $10? All right, bet. Like the bootleg man on the corner. So, right, I mean, to be honest, like when you say entrepreneur, it's just like, I've always had hustle. My daddy a hustler. So I give it to him. I feel like I was born with it. But just seeing it was when I started selling them CDs middle school. It was like, all right, bet, yeah. Bro gon' take that to something else, you know what I'm saying? Right. And I had people hate then. I was young. Imagine you telling people, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. They're like, nah, you ain't. That's horrible, bro. That sucks for like a young kid. And I can see how I said this in another interview, suppress a lot of stuff. You tell people, I wanna be a makeup artist. And then they're like, makeup? Ain't nobody worried about no makeup. Who cares about it? And then, so you just don't do it. But then here you are 30, 40 years old and be like, man, bro, as a woman, I should have did makeup. I love makeup. And you should have did what you did when you wanted to, man. So, you know, as kids, you don't know no better though, you know?
Since the food has went there, now you implemented the music back in.
Yeah, you peep.
Yeah.
So for me, I never stopped the music. The goal was to never stop the music because it was my first love, right? When you have a baby and it's your oldest child, you might have a newborn, but you can't forget about the 25-year-old you got, you feel me? Yeah, they grown and stuff, but I still love you, I still, you know, cherish the moments. But you're not gonna spend as much time with them as you spend with the new baby, right? So Blessthabelly is who I'm known for right now, but I never want to stop the music because that's my safe place, you know? A lot of people say that, but for real, I can make a song in 10 minutes and it's lit, bro. It's like crazy because it's a blessing to even say you can do that. Like the food jingles that I make, I don't spend all day on that, bro. Rapping about food, I don't overthink that. What rhymes with fruit? Boot, soup, like, you know, all that type of stuff. So I just kind of put it together and have fun. But with music, I said, okay, everybody raps, bro. Okay, everybody raps. People dying, they have purple, green, blue, blonde. I'm like, I ain't gonna do all that, but what can I do to stand out with the music? I've came up with different hits. I've got features. That's cool, but it still puts you in the box of, okay, he cool. You know, you got to have a whole bunch of money to just continue marketing yourself. I don't, real talk. And so I said, what if I make music about food though, since I do the food stuff now? But would it be corny? Don't make it corny because you're not corny. So I already knew it wasn't gonna be lame, but I had never seen nobody do anything similar until, you know, like the remix of Riding Dirty, Chameleon, White Nerdy, Weird Al. He did
Right, Weird Al Yankovic.
White Nerdy, but that wasn't about food. That was just a remix to kind of be funny on what the song actually was. And so I'm like, babe, I'm gonna remix some songs and I'm gonna just rap about food, you know? Kind of like parody style, but I'm going hard like a song. That was the second song I did went viral, bro. Like the first one, it was like, I did Act Up by City Girls, Act Up, You Can Get Smacked Up. I did like Snacked Up. So I was talking about eating snacks. And shot it in the grocery store, in the convenience store. I ain't asked no questions, went there with the camera film. And that's me, I don't ask no questions. You gotta stop me, because I wanted reality almost. I done been to the LAs, Atlanta. We need that in Houston where it's just like action. Shot that was cool. People was like, oh, this is funny, what is this? The second one, I got a song right now called Hood Food, but it's the Baby Suge remix. And I'm talking about the best food is in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Taco stand next to the project, so good I risk getting shot at. Like, I'm being funny, but it's like, nah, real talk. Like, them tacos be good, nigga risk getting shot at, you know? But I did all that type of stuff to implement the funniness, the video. I'm in the basket. I got one of my partners pushing me in a basket in Third Ward. It's me and a group of girls dancing, having fun. It's just funny. Got a guy in the hood cooking chicken wings. Edit the whole video myself. I told you I do a lot of editing, so I just had one of my guys just hold the camera for me, please. I got this idea. Just give me 10 restaurants, I told him. We gonna pick 10 spots, let's shoot 10 videos, bro. You can leave me to there tomorrow, let's shoot 10. And that's crazy, because the 9th video is when stuff started kind of feeling a little weird between us, just because he was like, it was picking up steam and he loved it. We both loved it collectively, but one of the restaurants I was helping market had gave me a check for helping them market. And he thought it was for the video, because I was paying him like gas money, the few dollars that I had, because once again, I don't just have a lot to dish out at the moment, but man, bro, I hate that. So that was like the 9th one. So the 10th one was a little rocky. I think I shot that on my phone or so. It was weird, but I still got the 10 because I said I'm gonna do it. And I drop one every week, bro. Every week, I call myself lame if I didn't do a song and a video. Like, I don't care if it was Wednesday, it was out Friday.
Right.
I would go to a food truck Wednesday, shoot it, edit it, and it'll be out Friday. I just did that with the Put It on the Flow, the Lotto remix.
Yeah.
I did that in a day. That video was out 24 hours after I ate that burger. Like the video, the song, so I'm real consistent and I'm very on it, but it's about food. I could have did Put It on the Floor and gave them bars, but how many people on YouTube right now, you type in Put It on the Floor remix, they just giving you bars. I'm not the hardest rapper out there, but I'm a live character, so if you hear the food stuff, you like, I can eat to this. I ain't cursing. Bro, I got 50-something songs, I ain't cursing in it. So it's clever too, because the kids can jam it. I don't have to, make sure you black out that word. It's dope, you know what I'm saying? And so here we are, the food with the music, and it's just been a whole wave ever since, bro. It's tight.
It's good. That's a good marketing tool, you know, just to be able to rap to do that.
And what ended up happening was, correct, and what ended up happening was, bro, when I say the impressions are crazy, because there's so many reels on Instagram and so many TikToks out. If you type in my name, G-mayne direct, on Instagram, TikTok, and go to audio, you're gonna see thousands of videos. And I be like daily, sometimes I look, I'm like, bro, what? Like, I seen a family, I got a song called Nachos. I literally saw a family make a spread. They used a big kitchen table, like the island, put some, aluminum foil, and put the nachos and the lettuce, then put the, it was like a big spread.
Right,
and everybody to my song. And what made it live, I guess, was they were saying the words. So, as a rapper, you get somebody to say your lyrics, you're like, what the hell? So I'm rapping about nachos, and they like nachos, and they saying the words, and I'm like, oh, that's tight. Mark Cuban, that was probably a big one, from the Dallas Mavericks, you know what I'm saying? Mark Cuban, I was his first reel. So when he got on Instagram and he posted a reel, I got a song called Donuts. There's a filter with donuts on Instagram, and so he's acting like he's eating donuts, and that's his first reel, and it's my song. So of course that boosted the streams up 1,000%, but at the same time, look who's using it, right? They're like, Then the babies start using it, and even if you look at my YouTube, I got compilations of animals with my jingles. I have there's thousands of videos of animals using my jingles, and of course they're not using them, but the owners are.
For sure.
You feel me? But If I got a song called Burgers on My Mind, there's like hundreds of dogs like chasing a cheeseburger or wanting a burger, or they might have babies. I got a baby compilation. There's nothing but babies jamming to the music. It's crazy, bro. I be like, dang. Really with no promotion, because I put it to the streaming services and it just kind of picks up, you know, but no real promotion. I don't really just, that's a blessing though, for real, for real. Especially certain songs like that are popular topics, burgers, what did I say? Tacos. I got a song called I Love Tacos that I hate. It's 40 seconds. All my food raps are like a minute, 30 seconds. I usually do a rap and maybe a hook or something like that. I Love Tacos. I was cleaning off my desktop and I was like, what is this? I listened to it and I'm like, still to this day, I don't know where I recorded that song. It's 40 seconds, no mastering, it's just a straight mix. It's low volume. It gives me the second most streams I got on my whole artistry today. Not my whole food artistry, I'm talking about artistry, period. I Love Tacos right now. G-Mayne the Rick has got me more streams than really all of my music, bro. That's wild. So you just never know. You gotta keep working. I say stay consistent, but have fun with it, bro.
So me and you both, we create content, and you know that it's gonna be people to watch this to try to get some inspiration.
Correct.
And one of the hardest things for people to do is be consistent.
Man, tell me about it.
What struggles have you had with that personally, and how have you overcame them, and how could somebody, what kind of advice could you give somebody going forward if they had that problem?
Consistency, I would say 1% every day. Do something, dog. Like, if you don't do anything, like me, I have a problem with consistency, but in certain areas. I feel like it's area-matic, let's just say, right? Because me, I love reading, but I'm not a consistent reader. I'll start a book, read 2 chapters, and then 3 weeks later try to finish it, and I'm like, dang, my brain was fresh. Here at the beginning, I should have just completed it out. But when it comes to my hustle, my grind, my life, bro, like, I'm consistent with everything because this is what I want to do. If you really want to do something I learned valuable from my boy Chose, shout out D-Day Chose, was what do you do every day? Like, what's something, you are what you do every day. So people be like, I'm a rapper. No, bro, you sell drugs all day and you rap on the weekends. You're really a drug dealer that raps, bro. Like, you're not a rapper. Don't put your, you see what I'm saying? And so when I realized that, I'm like, dang, you know, what am I here for? What am I trying to do? Okay, I'm an entertainer. I used to think other stuff. I'm like, you know, I'm not a rapper, I'm an artist. And then I'm like, everything is art. You know, I create art. You can put it however you want to. But for me, it was like entertainment because some way, shape, or form, I want to entertain you daily. Whether I do a skit on my page, whether I do something funny on the food page, whether, you know, I'm even doing something with the camera work and I do somebody prom video and they're like, hey, looking good. That's all entertaining to me. So I would just say stay consistent in the area that you're best at, and even the ones that you're worst at, work on them, get better. We're here every day. If God gives you another 24 hours, you are here to get better. So I would just say that, man, like, focus on that, and then, you know, you can work on anything else. Just be strong-minded and strong willpower too, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I feel that. I feel like if you continue to put stuff out, it'll start coming back. And
even if it's trash, bro. Like, people be talking about Sexy Red, because she got that new song, Ski. I like that song. It's the beat. It's a whole bunch to it that's hilarious. But, bro, she's consistent. I had to go look. I'm like, did she just start rapping? You know how artists get in the game and be like, I just been rapping 2 weeks. And then be like, that was just luck. Or maybe they go hard, whatever. The girl been rapping, like, she got other stuff she been doing or whatnot. She been on the scene some way, somehow. She was just consistent. If it was ratchetness that got her in the door and everybody like, how did that? Because at least her ratchetness was consistent enough to make people say something and want to even indulge in whatever. And so, yo, man, I just feel like whatever it is, be consistent. The radio consistently plays songs and you wonder how they get in your head. If you didn't hear a song so many times, you wouldn't even care about it. But as consistent as they are, you see how it works? So same thing for you, man. If you want it, you'll go get it. That's how I feel, period. That's why I don't like to baby nobody or like make excuses or let nobody make it. Because, bro, what? We got the same 24 hours. You could be broke, I could be broke. You could be rich, I could be rich. What we gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
Facts. So, working at 97.9, I'm gonna scroll back a little bit. Working at 97.9, did you get any of that from that? Did you get that consistent trait from working there?
Consistent? No, because I came in there like that. Like I told you, since a baby, I was always active, bro. Whatever I put my hands to, I was like, bet. So before 97, I actually brought that to them, to be honest. Like when Instagram was popping, and then they, Instagram comes up with stuff every day. Like the notes now, you see how the notes got the sound? I'm like, what? But I use that to put my music on there. I don't want to do nothing else with the sound. Put my music on there. But when 97.9, Instagram came out, they started doing slideshows, you know what I'm saying? Story posts. It wasn't none of that. Videos were 15 seconds, then they went to 30, then 60. Now it's unlimited. So I was telling them that. I helped with their content. So I feel like, if anything, some of the stuff I really helped boost it was that. Like we would do shows. This how crazy I am, dog. Like for real. And I feel like I gotta give myself this because I ain't seen nobody do it. But I know it's possible, but still. We would do some of the biggest concerts in the city. I'm talking about the car show, Los Magnificos car show. We would do the Woodlands event. I forgot what it's called. Live After 5, all that, right? I would be the videographer. I'm the content guy for the radio station. Now, mind you, I'm not getting paid what none of y'all think. I'll just say this. I was getting paid less than a Wendy's worker, dog. Square business. Less than the Wendy's worker with a college degree working for a radio station. Listen to me. Just follow me. Very consistent at what I was doing everything. I went to a lot of the biggest concerts. So let's say if it was 5 artists, and Megan Thee Stallion was the last one. They had Young Jeezy, whatever, Megan Thee Stallion. Every time the artist would go on stage to perform, I would go, give me a clip or two, maybe get a song. They'll probably have 5 songs. I would go back to the back, get on the laptop, bust down the stuff, and by the time Megan Thee Stallion got off the stage and the concert was over, the official recap would be on the website. Like, you know how the news come out? Breaking news, like, breaking news, recap done for this, and I don't beat myself up for it because I feel like I didn't get the credit I deserve. You're gonna go through a part in life where you don't get the credit where you deserve, whether it's relationship, whether it's, your workforce stuff. And I used to beat myself up about that because I'm like, bro, it's no way. For one, I want to be on the radio bad. I'm like, I ain't getting that. I'm doing this video stuff. I'm not getting paid. I sacrificed a lot of years of not getting paid to ultimately live out my dream. So what somebody else probably would have left and been like, just work at a regular job and now have benefits, 401k, here I am with money I got off Blessthabelly and stuff now, but I don't got no radio money at all, A lot of stories are coming out like that. I see a lot of movie stars. On my first acting role, I only got paid $500. People are like, what? I think Ice Cube said that for Friday. They only got 500, 5,000. I mean, something, but it was nothing compared to the impact that it had on the world. So I think starting off, you can't be scared to jump, but just know everything's not gonna be what you want up front, but you're gonna learn from it. Don't do nothing too drastic to get in the game, because I wouldn't. But for the radio station's sake, it was my career. I went to school for it. I was trying to live out my degree. And so I sacrificed a lot of stuff, but man, I really wish I would have made some money in them years because I would have had time to really be like, all right. But I'm also glad that I wasn't buckled down to where if I was on the radio, I wouldn't be able to travel, because them years I was going to BET Awards. I was red carpet this, I was red carpet. Had I been in Houston and on the radio, I wouldn't be able to go out there because I had to be in Houston on the radio. So the 6 million people that in Houston would have loved me, but what about the trillion in the world? You know what I'm talking about? So that's when I knew, I'm like, everything happened for a reason. Follow God, pray about it. I tell people, just pray about it and everything else will work out, even when you don't see it, and you're gonna look back and be like, dang. So with the radio, it was worth building the relationships. I met a lot of people now. I could walk through certain doors like it's nothing, which is a blessing. And then especially because I took advantage of it, I'm able to mix and mingle. Some people worked at the radio, left, and then don't do nothing with it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But me, I was like, nah, I'm gonna use this to my advantage. So now I could, hey, what's LMA manager name? Oh yeah, call her, tell her we from the, it's like that. I'm like, that's tight, because before that, couldn't really do that. So shout out to that, man. Shout out to the process. Trust the process, for real.
Right, so you touched on something very important, and it's relationships. Can you speak on like how you maneuver out here building relationships with people? Because I know like that's difficult for some people sometimes. They can be introverted and not know how to go about it.
Right. I would say start off with being a giver more than a taker. A lot of people go into situations taking. And it's like, what you want from it, what you want. Hold on, how can we meet in the middle? How can we make this make sense? You see what I'm saying? Because for somebody like me, bro, I like to, like I say, I'm a hustle, but I really like to be in a situation. Wait, hold on, what were we saying?
We're talking about building relationships.
Oh, the relationship, right, okay. Because I was finna go there. Look, I'm like, wait a second. The relationship part for me is like anything, bro. You wanna, okay, let's just say in the sense of like, I'm a millionaire, I got 100 million, I got green eyes, I got all the women in the world, da, 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 da. And then there's another guy who's cousin to the people over VH1 and I Want a Show. We both want a show, right? Who do you think would get in faster, me, because I'm the cousin to him, or this person that got $1 million, you know, the eyes and all that? Who would you think? You probably would think, who?
Well, I know it's gonna be the cousin.
Okay, maybe so, but not. I don't think the average consumer would think, oh, the cousin, you know. But then again, it's like, I'm saying that to say relationships. That's just relationships off the sense of like, I'm looking out for your relationship because of family ties.
Yeah, that's
but then
nepotism.
Right. But at the same time, it's still on the topic of relationships because people do that too, bro. You gotta understand. I've seen people move up and people like, how she do it? Because her dad is cool with the, and as soon as I hear those type of stories, I don't even ask questions. It makes sense. Dang, how my homegirl get all the tickets to the Astros game, bro? Like, she's lame, bro. Like, her dad is best friends with the owner of the stadium. Well, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's that type of relationship. But when it comes to nurturing relationships that you meet in the field that you're in the career that you're trying to develop, I would definitely say, once again, more giving than taking. See what they need. Meet each other halfway. What is this about, bro? Like, I don't like relationships that's one-sided, period. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of people are like that. I think for me, it's just like, bro, when you go into something, I call it like a pain point. Like, what is somebody's fault? I look at like the bad stuff, even with a woman. Like when I'm in that relationship, what are you not good at, baby? Let's get good. What's something that you wanted to do? Let's do it. You know, and that's how you nurture a relationship and bring stuff out of people that we're here for. We're here on this planet to like use our God-given talents and gifts. And so, man, nurture them relationships, man. When you talk to people, you know, I've had a lot of people the people love me because of my energy and stuff, but at the same time, it's mind-blowing how people get blown up day to day for a whole bunch of different things. And then a guy like me, I got a million things going on too, but I'll call somebody quick, FaceTime, hey, bro, you good? All right, just checking on you, you know what I'm saying? Just want to see your energy, bro. You all right? Okay, you looking good over there. All right, love you, be good. They be like, bro, I kill for this dude. You know what I'm saying? Because people are always pulling at their tails and not really saying like, how's your day, bro? Did you eat? Man, go eat something, fool. You tripping. You know, that means a lot, especially in this day and time, bro. COVID should have taught you everything. I feel like anybody surviving after COVID should know how detrimental it is to not, you know what I'm saying, skip over your loved ones or just people in general. I'm just a people person. Gift and a curse once again, because sometimes I overdo relationships that ain't supposed to be there. A lot of times I try to nurture relationships that they ain't really rocking the same way, but you weed that out as you get wiser, mature, you know what I'm saying?
Right, as you go through, you know how to detect.
As you grow through.
Yeah, as you grow through.
Not go through. If you go through, you're gonna miss it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta grow through certain things, and that's what I realized too. I got that tatted on me though. That's real life. So
speaking of that, has it been something that you had to grow through that changed you a lot, like really?
Yeah. What is it? Taking stuff personally, bro. Ooh, that's the one. Please, y'all. You know, don't be like me, because I'm one of them ones. I'm not. When I say take stuff personally, when things happen, I feel like they happen to me instead of for me. And I had to realize, bro, it's for you. If something, me not getting on the radio, that was for me because boom, here I am on the back end. I thought it happened to me. I thought somebody was like, nah, bro, you ain't. And so me personally, if I feel equipped, if I feel like I'm good enough, I'm like, why I can't get on? You know, what's going on? Then I get spiritual. That's when I say I kind of go to God with it, and I'm like, well, if God will want this to happen, it's gonna happen. If God don't want it to happen, who am I? Why am I worrying? You know what I'm saying? So I think it goes down to that too, you know?
Right.
Gotta grow though. You gotta grow through whatever.
Right, and you gotta let the universe do what it do, and you just gotta respond to it.
Don't, you know, take yourself accountable for a lot of stuff that you do. But like I say, also don't overthink. I'm an overthinker. It's a lot of stuff to me I battle with personally, but we're all human. We all have the right to feel. We all have the right to have emotions, but I don't want to overdo situations that don't have to be that. Some things don't matter, right? Like, you can be the type of person to complain about anything, then you look back and be like, did that matter? You know, I'm not the type of person, something as small as like road rage, that's big, but it's small to me because, I mean, it's small, but it's big because it's like, bro, people be killing people over that type of stuff. That don't matter to me. If somebody almost hit me, I might just say a prayer real quick and be like, keep it pushing. Because I don't want them to control me. I don't want them to be so mad I'm finna follow them home or I'm finna do it. You know, that's a lot, bro. Like, I try to stay very aligned with what's going on and don't let a lot of things affect me. And then you learn that, though. Everybody's not always like that. And everybody has different paces in life that they learn what they learn, too, you know?
Sound like you got a grip on your emotional intelligence.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I would say do therapy too. Therapy helps. Therapy, you can have therapy in the streets or in the corporate world, and that's literal. I mean, you can do both. You can go to see somebody professional that has studied, the human emotions, psychology, that type of stuff. Or you can hit your homeboys or something that have healthy situations going on. Not somebody who just mad. I got a lot of homeboys that's single and tripping. I'm not gonna ask them about no relationship advice because I know what's up. Unless I know that they're a good guy, or maybe they just got out of a relationship, maybe something along them lines. But I would say that type of stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Like talk, like get to the point where you express yourself. A lot of men, we scared to express ourselves. I learned that in my relationships. I didn't tell a lot of women stuff. I'm like, I'm secretive. And not really secretive, it's just not vulnerable. And then start being a little vulnerable to where I'm like, I don't care. Either still that dude, like what we talking about here? You know what I'm saying? Respectfully though.
Right, so it also seems like in your life you might be a person that catches a phone call every so often and you're the one who gives the advice.
Oh, for sure. I'm a super giver. Like my cup is always half full. I try to keep it full by doing things that I love. I'm a big nature person. I'm a big animal person. I don't do that enough. I'm a big media person, as we can see, but getting tied up in the media, it's a lot that goes on. But I love like electronics. I love that type of stuff. But at the end of the day, man, yeah, I think the things that make you happy are what's most important, things that bring you peace. Even if it's like water. I like water. Sometimes, well, really every morning I go into the restroom, bro, and I make like a steam shower and I just sit on the toilet and I just bend over like and just either I pray, either I'm just sitting there thinking whatever, but that water, that sound, man, it's deep. You can get into a lot of stuff like that. They got an app called Calm. And then like I go to sleep to it sometimes. Like if it's a lot on my mind, I just go to sleep and it's like calm sounds. And so when you sleeping, we don't pay attention to that, but your brain is actually picking up them sounds and you sleep good. You sleep better, That's important, bro, especially with somebody like me. I do a lot, bro. So my mind be all over the place. It take a minute to like get over humps like that.
Right, and before we got started, we was talking about a lot of stuff you do. You want to say it like that. So what's a typical day for you? Like
typical? A typical day would be where I'm at right now in life, because it's always switched my whole life, because I did radio, that was always weird, because media, anything can happen any moment. I mean, it could be 2 o'clock and I'm eating lunch and then somebody could be like, hey, VH1 just called me, can you pull up at 4? At 4, or maybe like 3. If it's 2 o'clock, I'm like, 3? I'm in the middle of eating, but I never turned down an opportunity. I actually got featured on My 600-Pound Life like that. It's funny because of how it happened. But the restaurant had no idea that they would come in. TLC is a really big, brand. They're global. And they hit up the restaurant. The restaurant didn't know no better. And they were like, I just gonna put it in your hands. You've been on TV before. Because I've been on Vice and stuff like that. And so I got on My 600-Pound Life as like the server. I'm like the server serving the guy healthy food. So it was tight. And people were like, what? They was like DMing me, like, I seen you. That type of stuff is always dope. Even those relationships I keep up. I keep up with David. Shout out to my boy David, man. I be calling him, checking on him and stuff. And he appreciates that. We went down a rabbit hole a few times. We started talking about how dolphins get high. He's Jewish, so we were talking about, he was talking about how, Jewish people work. I was talking about how black people work, but we had a healthy conversation. He didn't understand certain things about how we operate. I don't understand how the Jews operate, but I was like, come on, let's talk about it. And, I got love for everybody, so I had extra love for the Jews, actually find out certain information, and just how people are and stuff like that. We just was chatting, really. That's all it was. But, man, that type of stuff is tight. And so I would want it more on my end, but I know the ultimate, end goal or the ultimate say-so is God. So that's why he keep blessing me, bro. I got to remember that too. Yeah, I be wanting these phone calls and I want this and that, but he's opening doors. Phone call, cool, but I know what's up. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I get real excited out of nowhere. It's weird. Like, I might listen to one of my food songs and I'll just laugh like, there's nobody in the world I feel like right now could do this like this, dog. Like, it's no way. I got a song called Skinny Fat. How I said I was skinny fat. And I'm listening to it and I'm like, bro. It's just funny because I'm like, God, you crazy. Whoever would have thought, you know what I'm saying? So that type of stuff is just, stay prayed up and you never know what'll be next,
Right. So where do you see your brand going? Like, let's put 5 years on it, 3, 4, 5 years on it. Where
Man, you asking me that? I'm crazy, bro. I will probably have 2, 3 more brands in 5 years. As a matter of fact, right now I got one in the works that I'm just like, why am I putting out all these brands? But it's just so cool. It's a purposeful brand, I'll say that. It's something that could be a non-profit. It's something that could just be a movement. It doesn't have to be a brand, but everything I do turns into a brand. And so I'm thinking right now, I'm like, but this one I don't want to do by myself. I want to do it with somebody. And so I'm just holding on to it. But ain't no telling, bro. Like Blessthabelly People want me to have a restaurant, a food truck. I can't promise y'all that because I don't really care for it like that as far as that. I care more the entertainment side. So I want to be sponsored by big brands. Like, I need Sprite to go ahead and drop $1 million on you, boy. I need, Starburst to go ahead and throw me a half a M to talk about some candy and just have fun with it. I want to make jingles for them. I want to be in commercials for them. And then once I get my bag on that end, almost like an athlete, I can do whatever else I want to. I'm gonna handle that job, but on the back end, I'll be able to do that too. You know what I'm saying? So I think that'd be cool. I also want to be a weatherman, bro. That's random, but I think that would be tight as hell. Like with my communications degree, if I was on the news talking about the weather for my little segment, and then people saw me in the streets eating, that would be tight. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna speak that up into existence too, manifest that. But somebody call me, Isaiah. You know what I'm saying?
Now, this is uncensored wisdom. And some people don't know how those two words go together. But I look at it like if your grandpa is sitting on the porch,
that's that uncensored wisdom, baby. You need it. Straight up. Hey, a black mama is uncensored. A black mother is the definition of uncensored wisdom, man. Square business, bro. We all need black mamas. She gonna give it to you raw and uncut, man, and it's gonna be knowledgeable because she got more years than you, then live double your life, and it's uncensored wisdom. Stop playing, for real.
Right. So I want you to look into the camera and give the world some uncensored wisdom that's on your mind recently.
Uncensored wisdom. Right now. Don't nobody care about you, bro. Don't nobody care about your struggle. Don't nobody care about, and I'm saying this in the sense of like, ultimately, because we all got our struggles. Don't use that as a crutch. Oh man, I got a handicapped best friend. My best friend, Trey Nubb, inspires me daily, and this man got no arms. I'm talking about the moment I'm down and put my hand on he can't even do that. And I still be like, oh, I'm tripping, it's just amazing like how God, rotates the earth with everything. So I would just say, don't nobody care about you, bro. Care about yourself first, and when you do that, you're gonna love yourself. Everything else will start to fall in place. People are gonna love you. You're gonna be able to build generational wealth. You're gonna be able to break generational curses, all that, bro. So I would just say, when you realize, okay, make an excuse, this person don't care. Your trainer don't, you might have good friends and stuff in your life, all that, I'm not taking away from that, but I'm ultimately saying, get off your ass, go and get it, and come back with it, man, because don't nobody want to hear no sob story, and we don't care that your dog died, because mine did too, about a year ago, so I had to still go get it. That's what it is, you know what I'm saying?
G-mayne.
The G-mayne, man, I'm everywhere with it. Y'all stay tuned for many more things to come because it don't stop here, bro. And the G-mayne don't just come from me being everywhere. It come from me creating the environment I'm in. When I come step on the scene, I don't care what y'all got going, what y'all doing. It's up now. We working, man. So shout out to y'all too, Uncensored Wisdom, for having your boy, man. We going global with this one right here, man.
Oh, for sure.
Dropping them gems, you dig?
For sure.